Are we giving Hamo feedback on his business advice?
Well, when Hamo...
I opened the door to it.
Where his dragon's den.
I opened the door to it. I complained that
You opened the door?
Yeah, I opened the door. I said it wasn't getting as much views as I thought it deserved. I was laughing at it for days before I posted it up. So
I mean, you put it in the group chat saying that, you know, you'd suck your own dick if it doesn't go viral.
Yeah.
So Hamo, we turned the camera on.
Hamo stood up to home plate, pointed out of the stadium, and then really by our standards, hit like a pretty good triple. Really. And he's disappointed.
Yeah, it's only got 400k views online, so that's a bomb in my books.
Yes. I mean, look, I actually have been tracking it because I was like, I wonder how long this is going to take to surpass my thing that Channel 7 collaborated with. I'm riding on the coattails of 7. But weirdly, for algorithm talk, which is so boring, but I think, unless my stats are off on yours, I have more likes and shares on mine, but about 100,000, 200,000 less views. Like, which is interesting, right?
No.
No?
No, wrong. Very wrong.
So you're saying yours got more interaction,
Correct.
but more engagement, but mine got more views.
Yes. I think mine definitely got less comments. People don't comment on my stuff, and I would be angry at them for that, but I don't comment on anyone's stuff.
No.
Well,
I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing down here?
I'm looking at this video. Is
Like-
it which one is it? The 26,000?
The Don't Tell Your Wife one.
Okay, all right. Here, Don't Tell Your Wife. It got 158,000 views, and it doesn't tell me how many shares you got.
Oh, I can see how many shares you got. This is great content.
I make that all public. I don't hide any of that stuff.
I thought I did. There you go.
Okay, you got 3,000 shares. I think mine only got about 2,000. So yeah, you did get more shareageness.
Shareageness. Yeah.
Excuse me, can I see my shareageness portfolio? I just want to check out how my stocks and bonds are doing.
You know what they say, shareaging is carriaging.
Good fun. But yeah, I was keeping an eye on it because I was fascinated.
Yeah.
Because people comment on your stuff, which I read them. I'm deeply fascinated. But yeah, they are dumb rules. Like someone felt the need to say that.
Yeah, there's some. Nikki, maybe go and delete. There was quite a few racist comments as well.
Were there?
People be like, "Oh yeah, you're rapists in the office because you've got a lot of Indians working there." Just stuff like that. Like, "Oh, do you work with Nigerians?" And
you're like, obviously not. This is Australian Parliament.
And I was happy to let it sit because I was like,
Free speech.
It's good for the algorithm, and people will argue with that.
Yeah, but if baseless accusations are something that you're not a fan of, do not listen to Flog Camber.
But I went through and I deleted them.
That's nice.
So
You also got in trouble from your partner for commenting on a thing incorrectly. She told you to like.
I saw that. Yeah,
she posts. She's got a new podcast that she just launched where she tattoos comedians live on a pod.
Yeah, but only the Jewish ones and only letters and numbers.
Yeah, now we're off. We're 3 minutes in. Strong start.
The spin-off of that show, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. It's the live pod accompaniment.
So that was pretty heavy.
It was great though. Very funny.
I said it and I was like, oof, okay. I mean, the floggers are used to it at this point. We start strong-ish sometimes.
So she posted a clip, which is a story of her friend, who's another comedian, Tay, saying that the first time they met, Nikki was telling her how she'd recently got paid $500 to piss on a guy. Right?
Wow.
Which is,
Wait, Nikki had or Tay had?
Nikki pissed on a guy for $500.
Okay.
Gold on gold.
And
I'm thinking 10 pineapples, right?
I would happily piss on someone for $500, but yeah. So she did that, and
Do you reckon you could do it just straight out the gate? Out the gun? No hesitation? None of that urinal shyness?
it might take me a moment or two to warm into it. They would warm into it, wouldn't they? But
Just like a fast bowler on a longer run, just rubbing one of your balls on your thigh and like, I'm ready to fucking go. I reckon it's going to be an in-swinger.
You just want to load up on fluids for the first, like just in the lead up. Really be busting by the time you're ready.
I think a couple of Hydrolite, get it going. But then you get like that really vitamin-y yellow piss.
Yeah, what do you think I've been eating a lot of
strong
beetroot.
smell.
I've been eating a lot of beetroot recently. My piss is rose gold. It's like a new iPhone.
Is that the modern take on the pineapple rumor? You know,
If you think about iPhone colors, they are all shades of piss. What's going on with charcoal? Oh boy, someone's been smoking too much. Rose gold.
Yeah.
Is that concerning at all? The first time. The first time it comes out rose gold, you're not like, what is happening here?
A little bit, because I was expecting it on the shits, which is also happening. I'm shitting cherry ripes and I'm pissing rose gold. But
Yeah,
the piss, I was like, hey, because Betty and I both had it. I was like, hey, just checking. How's your piss? And she's like, yeah, same. I'm like, okay, good.
Why's your beetroot uptake increased?
Because we bought beetroots.
That's fair.
What, like several?
That's fair.
Like
yeah.
free range or tin?
Oh, we did free ranged, and we did that thing. We did the online order, and we asked for 3, and we got 8. That sort of thing. That seems to happen a lot. I don't understand why.
They're just trying to unload beetroots.
I guess.
It's like when a fish and chip shop gives you that extra ring of calamari. You're like, oh, I'm coming back. Lock that in.
I don't care. There's no chicken burger.
I got a 7th nugget in a 6-pack recently, and that really made my day.
That's special. I do. All right, check this out. I thought about this when I got my 7th calamari the other day. Shout out to the Coogee shop, the Coogee fucking fish shop. What's it called? Lures or something? Anyway, not important.
Good
Cut that out, Josh. That sucks.
Big shout out.
Shut up, dude.
Surely-
I'm a father now. I forget things.
It's got to be close to Lewis. You can't be that far off. Do you want me to look it up? I thought we should give him a ring. A shout out. I gave you a 7th ring. Fish
I'm
and
so upset
chips.
for getting called out on that. Because I know the ones that I don't like, and I don't want to shout them out.
Is it the Coogee fish shop?
It is not the Coogee
Is
fish
it
shop.
Costies?
It is not Costies.
Is it the lure?
It is the lure.
There we go. It's what you said originally.
Nailed
I'm
it.
glad we came round the fences to get it here.
Check out the lure.
Check it out. Coogee, you're welcome. If you see me, don't talk to me. Sorry, yeah. I was thinking the extra calamari, but yet it's the baker's dozen. And yet, no baker has ever given me a 13th roll.
Well, it's the 13th for testing. Isn't that the thing?
Have I misunderstood the metaphor?
What did you think it was?
I thought they gave you a 13th roll.
No.
That's why it's a baker's dozen. The baker's a good guy.
No,
An
you
extra roll.
make 13, try one of them, sell 12.
They try it every 13th.
I think that's where it comes from. I don't know if that's what they do exclusively.
I never understood that. I just thought a baker's dozen was just 13.
It is.
Yeah, but
you
I
understood it perfectly.
Yeah, but I
Congrats.
didn't understand. I thought it was just like
We didn't
they just
understand the
give
process.
you 13.
So they're testing the roll.
I believe that's what the
So
idea
if you buy
is.
a baker's dozen, you get 13 rolls, but one of them has a bite out of it. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think you buy a baker's dozen. Excuse me, can I get a baker's dozen rolls? They'd be like, what? Wait, would they? You can't. No one is ever like, I want 13 of something. Can I get a baker's dozen?
Oh, here we
please?
go. All right. I was close, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
Bakers who sold a dozen units, there was, I've cast it out at the start. It sounds like there was a weight requirement for a dozen. So to avoid risking a penalty for being underneath the weight, bakers would include an extra unit to make sure the minimum weight was met, bringing the total to 13 units, now commonly known as a baker's dozen.
So I was right. These modern bakers, not worried about flouting the rules. They're giving you a 0.7.
Who's weighing these rolls? Who's the roll police?
Honestly, if anyone in the cabin weighs rolls, it's you, brother. With little hand scale.
Hey, we're talking to me about weighing stuff with the scales.
You're the guy, surely. What do you reckon? Is there Tom? Can you find? Sorry, now I feel like I'm treating you like fucking that guy on Rogan. But like,
Jamie, pull it up.
yeah, like, what is the weight requirement for a dozen rolls, or is it dozen loaves, or is it? Because
I think this was from like the 1800s or something.
could you go back in now and be like, "Oi, Baker's Delight, up."
Check out the grammage on this. You're a bit light.
This is 0.7 of a roll. This is 0.7 of a roll. I never said it was a whole roll.
You just asked for a roll. You didn't say a gram of bread.
In England, when selling certain goods, bakers were obliged to sell goods by the dozen at a specific weight or quality, or a specific average weight. So yeah, it doesn't say what it was, but
Okay,
yeah.
we're on. We figured it out. We got there.
Yep.
Well, look, yeah, I just thought maybe the fisherman's dozen. Because like they're giving out the
half
extra.
dozen.
Yeah, fisherman's half does 7.
Yep.
That's unnecessary.
It is.
I'll just pack it in. Don't worry, fellas. How's your week been? This train of thought has derailed.
Well, let's talk about Nikki pissing on someone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
how do we skip over that?
So
We went from that to beetroot to delivered groceries to baker's dozen
well,
and back to piss.
so that was
it's good to have a stenographer in.
that was the first reel she put up. Most of this story, and so she messaged me and was like, "Can you comment on this reel for engagement?" And so I said, wild story to start. Like the first one to post up is that story is wild.
Yes.
Right? And so then she messaged me again and said, your comment reads like I've asked you to comment. And I said, you did. And she said, yeah, but people weren't supposed to be able to know that. And so I screenshotted that conversation and posted it on my Instagram story. And I said, what do women want? Right? Because I was like, I not only did I do the job that I was asked to do, but I thought it was a fair comment. This is a story about her pissing on someone. I was like, this is a wild story to start your pod with.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual comment, but the way that she reacted made me think you would have really called out that she asked you to comment.
I
But
absolutely
that seems,
not.
Yeah.
No, it was just a very normal comment to make. And so then...
Would she have preferred the much more sincere fire bro flame emoji 3 times? Sick story, sis.
Yeah.
Lol!
Pray
Exclamation
hands.
mark.
Pray hands?
Show me Bob's. Show me Bob's and Virgin.
But then everyone piled on. Amos got in there.
Amos.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably waiting for an international flight, so he's primed for some dirty dancing.
Amos commented and said, this comment drove my engagement. And a whole bunch of other people got on the, this is good for engagement stuff. And so it ended up getting lots of views.
I love it in your relationship. That's the engagement your partner is waiting for.
If you got a ring, give me a follow. That's
Do
great.
you solemnly swear to like and subscribe?
But now I think I've opened Pandora's box because in a similar situation to the poor job I've been doing this week of posting up our group chats.
Yes.
She feels like I have violated our private group chat as an Instagram story, and now she's going to strike back at any moment with some of the problematic things I say to her.
But you said your private group chat. Are there more than just the two of you in there? What's going on in this relationship? Nikki, 3 kids.
It's a throuple, but it's only a conversation throuple.
Yeah. Conversationally, it's a throuple. Sexually, it is a couple. And in terms of engagement, we're poly, actually. We'll engage with bloody anybody. If you ask us nicely.
Just looking for more reacts in the group chat. You don't want to limit it to.
I mean, I feel like you guys have actually been my react, cherry poppers?
Yeah, we broke my
my seal. Yeah, I never did it. I thought it was shit and dumb.
You weren't emoji reacting before.
Never.
You still don't do it a lot in the group
Very
chat.
rarely.
Yeah.
I'll say ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Instead of the face.
That's worse.
Little cry face emoji. But then sometimes I'll do it.
Every now and then you do it, and that's when you know you've really earned it, I find, in the Flog cabin group chat.
I hate to tell you, but I'm like, I think someone needs this.
Oh, yeah, and I do. Well read.
Keep morale up.
Well spotted.
Yeah, for me,
some players need a spray. Other players need to be like, oh, you're doing really well out there. Keep it up.
For me, sometimes it's just an acknowledgement that I saw what you posted and I knew your heart was in it. It's just like...
Oh, that's what you think the heart is? This is your heart in this.
My heart is in
sometimes
it.
that's me also with the laughing emoji. Like, oh yeah, I can see what you're trying to do here.
Yeah, I will get disappointed if I don't get the reacts, though. This is how annoying I am as a person.
Oh, so you won't give it out, but you want it.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. I won't buy tickets to a show, but you better buy them to mine.
Okay, so you want head, but you don't give head.
No. I give head.
You give head
to men, just not women.
Okay.
I want to make that very clear. I'm sucking dicks, not eating puss.
I'm so sick of getting head from all these men. I just feel like they're returning the favor. I don't think I've really earned it. I don't feel like they want to do it. I feel obliged.
Fellas, just comment on one of my posts. That's why I'm in this bathroom in the first place, just looking for engagement.
Just say wild story. That's all I want. Just want wild story.
Great joke, bro. Cry face.
I just want you to say wild story when I tell the story about pissing on you.
Yeah, I think pissing on someone, I'd be very location based. I don't want to piss on someone in my house. I don't want to be responsible for cleanup.
Oh, for sure.
I want to play an away game.
That's not what the $500 is for.
What's the $500 for?
The $500 is for the pissing on. It's not for the cleanup.
That's true.
I need to be paid more for the cleanup.
like Airbnb, like compulsory cleaning charge.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
looking for when I piss on someone.
Totally agree. I don't think you'd want to put down I would be pissed on under the right circumstances, but I think you want
Name 3 of those circumstances.
Bucks party, like for the boys,
Fuck, I knew I should have invited you to my Bucks party.
for the boys,
Dude, justification FTB.
for the boys. That's right. For the lols. But you'd want to put down some kind of tarp or some towel action, just something so that when
But a towel's absorbing and just staying damp.
No, you're doing it in the tiles, and then you're hosing it down.
What about just in the tub? Get in the tub. Piss on me in the tub.
or at the park?
At the park? I don't mind the park.
I think for the spectacle,
Mark your territory on my face.
you want no.
More growl noises. That's what I've learned from last week's episode. Tom's into it. Any animal noise, Tom is tickled.
No, I think you want to be doing it in some kind of open space where everyone can spectate, right? Look,
Can't do that at the
bathroom's too
park.
constrictive, so
What about this? Because Mary and I once stayed in a hotel room that had a shower in the middle of the room. Like it was like a tube shower, but like in the middle.
Yeah,
so it was like
right.
the bathroom over there, bed there, shower in the middle. I reckon that would be ideal.
It's encased by glass, or what is it?
Encased by glass, yes. Like
So,
imagine, you know those tubes they used to send notes in a pub?
Yeah.
Like the old school pubs where you like zoop, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big version of that.
Yeah, just like one of those, but you're showering there.
Were you checking before you turned the water on, just in case it was like
Well,
you
I
were
would-
going to get shut up?
I don't know what I go to the room above. It's just this conga line of people being like, well,
I'm going upstairs. See up.
They run you through the pipes, not the other way around.
this elevator system is weird. German, so kinky.
Was this a fancy hotel? It feels like that's kind
No,
of
not fancy at all.
Really?
That
It
feels
was-
bougie.
No, it was very just like rudimentary shower. Like it wasn't nice. It was just in the middle of the room. And like, but I'm just thinking, if I was to piss on someone, you get 360 access.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like a not bad.
Yeah.
In the round.
In the round, like Louis C.K. at Madison Square
I
Garden.
imagine
I was like, in the round? No, just piss on me.
the tube's not big enough that you could lay down, right? You'd have to. It would just be some kind of sitting in the tube.
Hammer, you got to listen back to this week's episode. There's a great joke at about 16 minutes you're going to love. It was really good. It's a shame you missed it. We're going to call back to it later. You're not going to get it.
Hammer does the group chat highlights for us. We do the show highlights for him. Just so you know, the reels aren't for engagement. They're for Hammer.
Also, it's a highlight package for Hammer.
Good joke, boys. I wish I was there for it.
But yeah, I just think that'd be a good shower for pissing situation.
Yeah, no, that feels like ideal. It feels like what it's made for.
But like, I think if they're paying $500, maybe they want the tub so they can put the plug in so they stay in the piss for longer. They want a less temporary piss.
I don't know if they wanted to get marinated in it. I think it was just like a bucket list thing.
A bucket list thing.
You know, just a sensation.
Imagine if it was a very specific bucket list thing. It's just like, I need someone to piss on me. Is your name Nikki? It's very niche stuff.
What else are you going to do with this bucket? That's the list. Things I'm going to do with this bucket. Number 1, Nikki's going to piss in it.
Then I'm going to pour it on myself.
Number 2, make a sandcastle.
I think if you want, I don't think you'd get the same sensation or enjoy it as much if it was pierced into a bucket, the bucket poured on you. You want to feel, I think, the stream. It's the stream power. You want to. That's part of.
Yeah, it's kind of like, have you noticed that if you're in the shower and you're sitting down, the water instantly feels less hot when you're standing up because it kind of cools as it falls. You want to be closer to the source.
Can I reveal something here?
You've been pissed on.
No.
Oh.
I've been asked to piss on someone. I turned it down. It wasn't my house. Didn't want to play the away game.
And
I was in someone else's bed.
Was that the only reason?
Not her bed. Just someone else's
wait,
bed.
this was a sex thing.
Yeah.
She wanted to piss on because it was her kink.
Correct.
What would the other reasons have been, Hammer? If it wasn't a sex
$500.
thing?
What do you mean?
She wanted me to. I wasn't paying her $500 so I could piss on her. That's a different arrangement.
You'd want her to pay you, right? I think that's how it would work.
Well, what about just pay, she had sex with me and I'm like, this gets me going and I'm like, all right, I'll do that for you.
At what stage?
you said no.
I said no. Well, we didn't. It was like in my friend's house. Like I was staying in like another guy's room.
Was there
Like,
an
where are we doing it?
Was there an ensuite?
No.
Was there a tubular shower?
If only. You walk into
shower.
someone's house and they got the tube shower. You're like, this guy's doing some fucked up shit. I'm never letting him babysit ever.
All right, so I need to go back over
Please.
this now. So where in the kind of chronology of the sex act does the pissing, would it occur? Is it after coitus? Is it pre-coitus?
I mean, obviously, I asked all these questions.
Yes.
After I'd finished quickly, so we had time.
Yeah.
To get to the bottom of it. But yeah, I think it was like in the lead up, it was like while she was like horny because like that was kind of this form of like degrading her, which she found hot. And then we were supposed to have sex after. And I was like, well, you're covered in piss? My piss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would she mop down the urine before the sex?
I don't believe so.
You would just be rooting a chick who's covered in your own urine.
Correct.
That'd throw me.
I'm going to be honest. I'm thrown right now.
I think would you just get used to it? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a smell. Like I've had sex in smelly places before.
Can you name a couple?
In the round?
Your mum's house? Gotcha. I don't know. Just hostels and stuff, you know?
I've put my dick in a couple of smelly places. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Can't believe you kicked your wife out of the house so we could do this.
I think she's glad not to be here.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't here.
Can you imagine Mary in the other room? Gross. That's yuck. Hammer, you shouldn't say that.
That tubular shower is very bizarre. Do you think that was an aesthetic choice from this mid-range hotel?
I guess.
Is mid-range right, or is that even too...
I mean, it was when we first moved to London, we went on a holiday in Berlin, so we're pretty broke.
Germany, you should have said.
Yeah, Germany. Oh, of course.
Sense.
Berlin, yeah. Because when I lived in Germany on exchange, I stayed in this weird studio thing, and the shower was in the kitchen.
Yep.
Like in the corner of the kitchen was the shower. Like it was oven, dishwasher, shower.
Yep.
Washing machine. And the bathroom was in the middle and the bedroom was the other thing.
Is there opaque glass on the shower?
No, clear glass.
You can
Clear
cook
glass.
food while watching someone have a shower.
Yeah, and you can listen to stuff on your phone if you really want.
Have you been taking your phone into the kitchen again? You idiot.
I just like to listen to stuff while I'm boiling water. But yeah, so I don't think, I guess it was an aesthetic choice. It was East Germany. I don't know if maybe, the Soviets are into that kind of thing. I've never been to Russia. Never been to that many post-Soviet countries.
It feels like it has to be a choice, right? You can't have just ended up that way.
It's just look, guys, we really fucked up with the pipes. We can probably run one to the toilet, but the shower's got to be right here. You mean in the middle of the room? Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's happened.
It's like when you're playing The Sims and you click the wrong button. Well, I guess this is a bathroom now.
Oh, well. But yeah, I mean, there's those weird things at my friend's house in London. Their bathroom was carpeted.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And that seems so easy to fix.
Yeah.
But the landlord was just nah, carpet bathroom.
I had a couple of friends who lived in this really, really nice sort of converted, it wasn't converted, kind of warehouse style apartment thing. It was really lovely in Surrey Hills. But in their bedroom, they had a bathroom that was in the same room, but it was on an elevated platform.
Hell yeah.
It was like shitting on stage and the audience being in the bed below.
Oh man, if only there was an MC. Please welcome to the toilet. Tom's been brewing this for 2-3 days. Been doing some really good work around town. Please welcome.
You might recognize this guy from the shower in the kitchen.
I think he's actually running new stuff tonight.
Well, he really stunk up the place today.
I walk on stage after pee. Ew. Oh my god.
All right, guys, I'm going to leave you on this.
Start wiping.
I was in a restaurant bathroom recently. I can't remember where it was, but you go in there and it was kind of a large room, and it had 2 toilets in the same
facing dueling banjos.
His and hers.
What's this called? It was, I don't know, they were adjacent, I guess.
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Flying V formation.
Yeah. And so that confused me.
But were the cubicles? No, just toilets.
Not cubicles, just 2 toilets.
Was there a lock on the door though?
The lock on the door.
Okay.
For this one, just for the one room, right? So, but in what circumstances would you be hey, I'm going to go for a poo. Do you want to come? We can just have a.
But what? Two ladies popping a squirt, catching up, chatting without the wall impeding them.
It kind of feels like the way that you just explained they were laid out, your knees might touch if you were both there at the same time.
There was enough space that there was probably a meter between both.
I think you're just going to have to move those toilets closer together then. If I'm shitting with somebody, I want physical contact.
I did when I was at uni. I had it was a mate of mine who would often suggest team poos. In the dorm bathrooms, he'd go for a shit. Just want to have someone to yarn to while he was in there. So I guess.
Did you go?
But there was I might have gone once, but he usually did sign up someone at least to go. But there was walls there, that would be crazier if there was you're just sitting there staring someone dead in the eye.
But surely you're just locking the thing. It's for if you want 2 people to go in at the same time, if you want that efficiency, or you're just locking the front door and no one's coming in. You know what I mean? In the restaurant.
That's right. You mean, normally you would just be there on doing it solo. but it just seems strange that you can have that option.
I just think it was there, and they were just like, whatever. What am I doing? Getting rid of it?
Maybe
Even why put the second toilet? Like, why put the second toilet there if there's already one there?
Look, for the same reason I explain all weird architectural things in Australia, an old Greek family owned it. They never got any tradies in, and the dude just put it in one day when he was like, you say I'm always in the toilet? Fine. Two toilets. Shit when you want.
maybe it's like in summer where you kind of want to change pillows so you have a cold one again.
Oh yeah, I can get behind that.
Whoop, too hot. Ooh, nice and cool. I can get the last bit out now.
Or my other theory is Hamo doesn't know what a bidet is.
I know what a bidet is, mate. Come on. There was definitely two toilets.
We had a lot of we had a lot of bidets in Europe
Oh really?
when we were traveling. What a thrill.
Fancy.
What a
I don't think I've ever used the bidet.
Oh, you gotta.
I think I've been too nervous that I'd miss.
What do you mean you'd miss?
Like as in
the spray?
yeah, like I'm like
What?
it just seems like a lot of cleanup, like with the hose and stuff.
It's just water.
Yeah, but it's a round. Like, do you stand? Do you sit? I don't know the order of operations for a bidet.
I think it's a fun novelty. It's not an everyday thing.
No, it's for holidays.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you want to treat yourself.
Not for the office. Weekend only.
Imagine if your office had bidets. I wonder in Europe and places would they have?
Surely, I thought Japan was the bidet capital.
But isn't Japan the one toilet with the little all of the different kind of technological options, heated seats, and played music and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, there's too many buttons on some of those ones. That does get intimidating when it's a bidet, but it's like high tech, and you're like, one of these, I might press the wrong thing here. Who knows what's going to happen?
Oh god, I'm updating the firmware. Oh no! Oh no, I shared to Instagram.
I checked in. Fuck.
Hey, Nikki, could you comment on my toilet photo? I need the engagement.
Surely, like a Japanese toilet has Wi-Fi. There must be a Japanese toilet with Wi-Fi.
I would say there certainly is. Yeah, there have to be. I reckon there'd also be, those wireless chargers where you just place your phone on top and it would charge up for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I reckon that's probably on the tank.
Do you think there's anything like CarPlay? That you plug it in to the toilet.
Yeah. I hope so.
And it just like tracks the movement through your bowels.
Yeah.
I reckon there'd be even ones like, when you use like the hand dryer, like the ones, there'd be something to like dry your ass cheek sweat, or even to dry the water after the bidet.
I think there is. kind of like a hairdryer sort of situation.
Man, I've got to figure out that button.
I mean, I'm not interested unless there's a curler. I want my Tate to have a perm.
I wouldn't mind a little windy breeze on my ass after a little spray.
Dude, you should try shitting outdoors. You'd bloody love it, mate. Maybe you could be one of those poo joggers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I always love when the poo joggers get caught. Like, it's like a crime in the area for like months, and they're like, who's doing it? And then someone like just hides. They're like, okay, he's usually coming at like on a Sunday morning at 3 a.m, and someone just hides there and gets a photo of him.
Yeah.
It was like one, I think it was on like the Courier Mail or maybe the Daily Telegraph, and they put him on like the front page, the poo jogger.
Yeah, I love it's like the photo, like black and white, and they've got like the animal at night eyes. It's like, just like, I've been had.
Some real Bigfoot photography.
And it always, like, so far, the ones that have been outed, they're usually like professional people, like, with their lives together, got a job, but they've just got a weird fetish for poo jogging.
Like, what is it? Do they just need to go, or do you reckon they're like?
No, it's not about that.
It's about the thrill.
Because they
want to get caught.
It's a thrill-seeking thing, because if you could chalk it up as just they really need to go if it was a one-off. But you'll have sometimes these people will go to the exact same spot like every couple of months, right? Like it's a thing to them.
Every couple of months, is that how often it is?
Yeah, it could be you, Tom. Every time they need to shit.
Playing Tom.
Every time they need to shit every couple of months.
That's actually why Tom's a regular. He's holding it in for the next jog.
I could jog more, but I really don't like it that much. I'm just in it for the pooing.
You don't count as a poo jogger if you're running one time and you've had too many coffees and you just really need to take a shit one time and you do it in a bush. No, this is people doing it on someo's doorstep.
That sounds like a very personal story.
Yeah, it's just such a bizarre, why?
Do you think poo jogging...
Is it power?
Do you think the incidence rate goes up around the city to surf? In the lead up, it's.
Like, do you reckon, is it an Australian thing or is it everywhere?
I reckon it's everywhere.
I've only read Australian stories about it. I've never heard of like an international poo jogger.
Yeah, but you're not looking for these stories. You've got to.
Oh, I'm looking.
I've got a Google alert set up.
You know how I spend my time. I'm learning poo jogging in every language. What would it be in German? Like Scheißlaufer or something?
I guess. Just wanted to show off you knew a bit of German, didn't you?
I just couldn't think of any other ones. Any other languages I have any handle of.
Yeah. I feel like poo jogging would be pretty acceptable in Germany of all places. They'd be okay with that.
Nah, because they're very clean.
That's
the,
true.
The cleanliness would outweigh the kinkiness. Like, they'd be like, why'd you poo jog here when we have the poo jogger park where everybody can poo jog together?
Poo jogger park.
Poo jogger park. Yeah, we're all there.
Jogger park.
We jog, we poo, we catch up. We're nice now. It's not like the old Germany. We have freedom here. You Westerners are so strange. Why do you not poo next to us after our run?
Keep going.
Nah, man.
I'm not yes-anding this at all.
Yeah, everyone's just like, Dan, you've got it. We must squeeze one out. It went a little bit Sean Connery there. What was it? Oh yeah, I was on tour. I was on tour on the weekend.
You were on tour.
You had yeah. I was messaging Hamo because the venue I went to in Ballarat. I've never seen this before. They had a sign on the door being like, "No colors." And Tom, before you get excited,
right,
no colors,
yep.
not no coloreds.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I was like, well, I could be in trouble here because in the UK, like the tracksuit was genuinely a problem because it was associated with like gang violence or whatever. But this note was bikies. It was like all the different bikies colors, and they had like
No
40
patches.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wear your cut. Can't
So
wear it.
is when they say no colors, is that just a shorthand for gang uniform as opposed to you can't wear this color?
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just your bikie patches.
So you can be in here, you just can't wear them. I was trying to. I'll see. I sent you the thing? Like,
But there was some on that list of some bikie gangs I've never even heard of.
Yeah. Wait. Let me see if I
What's
can
it
find
called?
it.
Odin's Raven? Odin's Beard?
Here we go. Wait. We got
Odin's Lightning?
the Banditos classic. We got Black Almighties, Bros, Coffin Cheaters. That's not a bad name. I quite like Coffin Cheaters.
They're mainly in the WA. The Coffin
Devil's
Cheaters.
Henchmen.
A coven cheetah, is it spelled like the animal?
No.
No.
Like Chester cheetah?
No.
No, it's because they cheat death, man.
Yeah, I know. But if it was
But
they're just spotted coffins.
Nikki's ex-husband is a coffin cheater.
oh,
There you go.
And ironically, I think a lot of them have been dying recently. So,
and tell me what's ironic about that.
They're really cracking down on cheating within the bikie community. Asada's in there.
they're not cheating coffins at all.
You're not cheating death this time, mate.
Yeah.
We got you. Piss test right now. No piss is dead. What do we got? Immortals Australia, Gladiators, the Huns, Highwaymen, Highway, just in general, Hell's Angels, classic. Oh, it's in alphabetical order.
That's helpful.
That's very organised for bikies. What was the one that you said?
Well, the bikies didn't make the sign.
How do you know? They're just like, boys, come on, we're just having a night out.
This will throw off everyone. If
Put the colours away.
If we say we're not allowed in, this will fucking.
It's like, when the Liberal Party didn't end up on the council ballot. They're like, sorry, mate, you got to register your gang to get on that. We can try next financial year.
Oh, man, we missed that again. No one's going to take us seriously.
that would be the ultimate fucking hack. The cops just rock up. Oh, we shouldn't check here for bikies because they're not allowed in.
One thing about bikies, they really respect a sign.
What was the Odin one? That was my favourite.
Odin's Warriors, was it? Oh, God, I can't see it.
That doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
No.
We need Odin's Warriors. It was Odin's Warriors Australia. Odin Norwegian God.
So, yeah.
Sure is.
So, I think some of those ones are, either extinct or very small or only localized to like one state in Australia rather than being national groups. I think a couple of them are Tassie and Coffin Cheetah.
Yeah, some of them are Tassie, yeah, they said.
Yeah.
Just in case any of them go to, Ballarat for a nice weekend away. Nice little weekender on the long weekend. It's like, oh, yeah, boys, no business here.
I really like the term extinct. It makes it sound like certain bikies are going to be protected species.
Just like picturing Sam Neill with one of those brushes. Oh, it's a coffin cheetah. Ironically, perfectly preserved. We keep digging, we'll probably find his Harley.
How were the gigs?
Melbourne was good. I wanted to apologise to I forgot to flog
Apology
the cabin in Melbourne.
Oh.
Apology accepted.
I forgot to flog it. I want to apologise to you and the floggers listening at home, or let's be honest, more likely in the car.
Did you check to see if there were floggers in attendance?
People came up. They were like, I was waiting for the shout out.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'd like to thank flogger Carlos, who recommended a restaurant for me to go to in Ballarat. They've got an incredible Spanish restaurant.
Oh, yeah, you were saying this. That's
Yes.
right.
He said it was the best one he's been to outside of Spain or something.
Yeah, and his name is Carlos.
Yeah.
So I can only assume
So you know you to trust him.
Spanish.
Yeah.
And I think he said, by the way, you can trust me. My name is Carlos.
And so you had a degustation.
I had a one-man degustation, which is a sad middle-class sentence.
Do you think the phrase, you can trust me, my name is Carlos, gets used at the Mexican border quite a lot? No, I live here. You can trust me. My name is Carlos. Carl. My name is Carl.
Os is my middle name. My name is Carl Os Yankee. I was just thinking of Washington. There we go. That would have been better.
Yankee.
Yankee. Just American sounding last names. Budweiser. Carl Os Budweiser. But yeah, it was really good. It was like, it's like Spanish. It's like, there's like a feed me thing and they just bring food out like 8 courses for like $60. Unbelievable.
So the restaurant was good. How was the gig?
Well.
All right.
I think I got more courses than audience members. But look, it's not my fault. I was on the same night as the Rogue Traders.
Ooh.
I think we can all agree.
What are you supposed to do?
Big crossover.
Tough to compete with
Big
that.
crossover market.
Were the rogue traders on the disallowed bikies list? Camo, 36 minutes. You're gonna enjoy it.
Gonna love it.
I heard that one.
Yeah, but no, it was really funny because I was just walking around town. It's like Rogue Traders, and a lady came up to me after I played this like minuscule gig in like what is like a uni bar where people go. Like it's open till 3 a.m. It is empty until like 11 p.m. And they saw me in like a little side room. And this lady comes up. It was between you and the Rogue Traders, and I chose you. And I don't regret it. I think you should keep going. You know, I think you're onto something. And I'm like, thank you so much.
You could be something, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe I could be one of the Rogue Traders one day.
Did any of those uni kids in costumes come along to your show?
No, fuck no. My ticket's like $39. I price them out. But yeah, because I was messaging Hamo because I was like, look at this. And it was like, I was across the road from the venue. You can see like, it's called the deck and you can see like the kind of veranda. And there was just like what was clearly a netball team in dress up on a night out. And I was like, oh dear.
What, at your gig?
Like they were at the venue before the gig.
Right.
Yeah, they were lovely. I don't want to have a go at the deck Ballarat. It was just not a natural ally to stand-up comedy, shall we say.
Right, so you were saying, oh dear, just because of the venue fit, not because you thought they were going to be in your audience.
I was like, for the love of God, I hope they're not in my audience. But knowing the audience numbers, there was way too many of them.
Yeah.
We're talking a whole netball team plus a couple of reserves.
Yeah.
I think the deck has a few venues, right? They got one in Geelong, which I did, which was
Yeah, I'm doing
great.
Geelong in a couple of weeks.
And then they had one in Bendigo, which looked like a crack house. From what I've seen. So the quality may be inconsistent from town to town.
Between the brands. But yeah, Ballarat, they were really lovely. And yeah, after the show, because I made a joke about this venue being like, you know, wet pussy shot special. You know, and I'm 35 with a kid. Like, I don't think this is my vibe anymore. Then I went out to the bar, $5 wet pussy shots. And I was like, who wants them?
Was that the only shot special that they had? Did you just luck out that was... God.
Unbelievable.
Do you think you maybe saw it and you'd forgotten that you'd seen it? No?
I laughed because like the audience members knew because they'd like bought drinks before the show. And they're like, haha, that's funny. And I'm like, no, that was just, you know, lightning striking twice, basically.
Yeah, right.
I mean, $5 for a shot these days, that's good value.
Dude, wet pussy shot was delicious. By the way, check this out for my evening. Did that show, beer with the audience, having a chat, 2 wet pussy shots, Spanish degustation.
8 course of Spanish degustation.
Just on my own, drinking a liter of sangria, being like, this is the life.
My stomach would be a little bit confused.
Oh, it was baffled.
Just watching hordes of people leaving the Rogue Traders singing Voodoo Child to themselves.
How many times do you reckon they played Voodoo Child? I reckon the line is 2.5.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the over.
Yeah.
Did you message Nat Bass?
I did not message Nat Bass.
You wanted to hang out after?
If only. Dude, I was in the weirdest hotel as well. It was like old Federation building. I had like a Downton Abbey bed that there was like a little step to get up on because it was so high up. It had like the mosquito netting and like the big metal stuff.
The showers in the bathrooms. Bizarre.
It was actually a hot tub shower in the bathroom.
Hot tub shower.
Hot tub shower.
Do you ever use the jets? You have a hot tub shower?
No jets.
No.
Unfortunately, didn't treat myself to the jets. But then if you go down the stairs, there's just pokies in there. So it's like this Federation building, like the most ornate thing you've ever seen in your life. Like genuinely looks like a thing out of Downton Abbey, and then just pokies.
Because pokies are pretty few and far between in Victoria as well, aren't they?
I found in regional Victoria there was a lot more, and they advertise them pokies. Like there's
VIP
clearly not
room.
that thing being like VIP room or like in Melbourne. Actually, Melbourne, the Welcome Stranger has got welcome tiny sign saying pokies, then stranger. It's like that pub there. So I think in Victoria you must be able to just advertise them.
Yeah, but they do at least have a smaller max hit in Victoria. It's $5 instead of 10. So
Oh, okay.
Is that a thing? Soft cocks.
you can only burn through your money half as quick unless you double up 2 machines at once.
But-
There we go. Little hack for anyone out there.
Someone like some gambling addict listening to this podcast, like, whoa! I had no idea you could do that. Hammer, you're a genius, brother.
You're welcome.
I'm going to call my second machine double slapper. We should do a pilot ad
Yeah, let's do it.
because we're 40 minutes in. It's flown by.
Should I just pass it over to you, Tom?
Yeah, do it. This podcast brought to you by Pilot. I have Hammer, who's written me an ad this week that I will be reading out sight unseen when he can find it on his phone.
The floggers, I mean, just for the people from Pilot who do listen to the podcast, which is you, Tom.
Yep, that is exclusively me. And frankly, I don't really listen. I participate.
At the Melbourne show, like I was talking about something, about like dicks or whatever, and one of the floggers came out like, "I wanted your pilot. I wanted your pilot out." I restrained myself.
Should have done it.
Then I'm like, dude, get it
All right. Look at the camera.
down the barrel, Big Daddy. Let's get that posture sorted.
G'day, floggers. It's Tom Witcombe here. You may have heard that I now work on the Pilot brand as my day job, in addition to singing its praises on Flog Cabin. That's right. I'm mixing business and pleasure. I spend all my workday and most of my spare time thinking about and talking about men's cocks. You know that saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That's me. If what you love to do is get flaccid cocks firm. The crazy part is Pilot paid me to do a job I would have done for free. That's how much I love hard cocks. This isn't really an ad. I just wanted everyone to know how gay my life is.
That is good.
For 1 week only, any floggers... No.
Read it, Tom.
Read it.
For any floggers that DM me a picture of their flaccid cock will get free advice. Though I cannot promise it will be medical advice. Please don't do that. For everything else, go to pilot.com.au and use promo code Vloggers20 for $20 off your first order of men's ED medication. Pilot, hard made easy. God, every flaccid cock I get sent is going in the group chat, and I would expect you to put them in the highlights package.
Well, you want to get our Instagram account banned? Is this just a way for it to not take over yours?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I had a lot of
This is
fun
a long
with that.
game. I love that. Yeah, Hammer was like, no, I'm doing the pilot ad today. I was inspired.
Inspired.
And Hammer's just sitting there with his quill dipping in the ink, being like, what if Tom was gay?
Sitting in a park, an apple falls on his head. Wait a minute.
Flying a kite, lightning strikes it. Of course. I mean, it was good though. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Anyway, what have you listeners been up to?
We had a dog trainer come into our house this week. We're trying to get our dog sorted out.
Did the dog need to go to the bed?
No, it was not a big part of it. I think you've been fleeced by whoever's telling you that going to the bed.
Hey. She's in the bed now. We like it.
Yeah.
What's your dog learning?
Not to jump up on people, not to bark too much, not to have too much anxiety,
Do you
Okay.
do all those lessons at once or you break it up?
This lady usually, the last time we did like a training school where it was like every weekend for 6 weeks. This one was just, this lady came over once.
Private sesh. Nice.
2 hour session. She was like, can you have my number whenever you need any help or any guidance or anything? I'm there. And that's fine.
How much is a 2 hour session?
$500.
Oh, what? I was going to say 120. That's crazy.
500.
Her sell is, it's like, this is a lifetime sort of.
Did you at least piss on her?
Oh man, for 500, I'd want Caesar fucking Milan for $500. Jesus Christ.
My dog's been pissing where he shouldn't, and I'd like to piss where I can't. But her big thing was like, so just so you know, this dog doesn't respect you two at all. You need to establish yourself as the pack leader.
That's what my guy said to me, and I'm like, I don't care about that.
Is this negging? Is this like negging in the dog
community?
in the dog
That
training
love
community?
me to respect me. My marriage is a sham.
That was sad.
So
I just love it.
did that work on you? Did that resonate?
I don't know. I
Your
mean,
dog does not respect you.
I can kind of see the thing of like every time your dog acts up, you just like shower it with attention, and that's exactly what it wants. So it's just worked out. The minute it's like, we want attention, I want attention, it gets it. So I'm trying to make my dog respect me more.
How's that going?
It's okay.
I think you should focus on getting people to respect you.
That ship sailed a long time ago. Ever since I started working for Pilot in both of my lives, I did start thinking about like, we're doing big family Christmas this year for a while, and I'm going to tell them about my new job. Like, how honest am I going to be? What do they do there? Weight loss, other stuff.
Hey, have you seen Rust 1806? That's me.
What's Rust 1806?
That's the Instagram account for the photo with Hamo's pants.
Oh, that
isn't
is
it?
true. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the exact
Rusty, I believe.
Rusty. Oh well.
I don't know why.
Good characterization.
Yeah.
Was that one of your creative decisions, or did they handle that?
The Rusty's a recurring character in the Pilot universe, in the PCU.
Oh my God, Rusty's back.
He's getting a spin-off soon.
So wait, how long ago did this happen with the dog training?
Saturday.
And now it's Wednesday. Any positive changes?
Yeah, dog seems to be chilling out a little bit, but also a little bit indignant at times, a little bit frustrated that he's not getting attention. We're finding it very hard because I imagine you're the same with this, Dan, where it's just like, we just constantly want to shower him with attention all the time. And she's like, stop doing that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
stop looking at the dog.
yeah. It's like, why do you train dogs if you hate them? I want to hang out with my dog. That was the whole thing with the bed. It was like, the dog should be on the bed. I'm like, I don't want the dog on the bed. I want the dog on my lap, looking at me sometimes.
Yeah.
Just give me a little glance, being like, yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, Dottie.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it's tough because you just want to be able to, when like you have guests come over, just be able to like impress them with like, you know, just being able to command your dog to do whatever you say. But
Yeah.
the fact is, when no one else is around, you just want to be able to fuck around, like just be like, you do what you want.
Absolutely right.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. Like, the fact that I thought this was going to be interesting pod content has left me not respecting myself. So if you have anything better, please hop in by all means.
Tom, you got to bring that energy home. Relate to the dog. Hey, I don't respect me either. Can we both chill in your bed? Actually, that was the thing. Mary sent me like, you know, those like dumb like Instagram like, hey, are you a dumb cunt with no impulse control? Buy this. It was like one of those. It was a dog bed but human size.
Oh, yeah.
And Mary sent it to me like, you want this, don't you? And I'm like, absolutely.
Right now, please.
Right now, yeah. I'm glad my algorithm doesn't show me stuff like that because I'll be like, oh, fucking oath.
We used to have a very, very big dog bed for my dog. It was
You
like
had big dogs, didn't you?
Yeah, I had big dogs. And
Were they? I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, were they somewhat for protection, or was it just because you like big dogs?
I think that it would have been handy if they knew how to be guard dogs, but they were too loved. They would have licked someone to death, even though they're massive. So no, it was mainly because I just like big dogs that also don't realize how big they are.
How many dogs did you have? You had two, right?
I had two.
And did you
but
have
one of them was very young, Pompey. She's very big now. I've seen photos of her. She's massive. But yeah, they both were big breeds, both mastiffs.
And were they at the house when you were serving customers?
Yeah.
And how that was fun?
Yeah. They would just either they'd be separated by the baby gate.
Oh, okay.
Or they'd be out in the yard, or sometimes they'd just be chilling on the couch, you know, depending on whether the person was scared of dogs. Sometimes I'd send them outside.
Yeah.
But generally they would chill.
I think the baby gate takes away a lot of the intimidation factor. You go to your dealer's house, there's two huge dogs and a little baby gate.
Not only that, yeah, they're both sitting at the baby gate, but they're also going, like, they just want to be part of the conversation.
I definitely, every time I do the look around, like, come on, Dan, where are we going? Steer the ship.
I was eating shit at a corporate gig yesterday.
Yes, this is better content. Fuck
Yeah.
the dog stuff.
So I did a lot of my corporate gigs today have been for the government.
Yes.
Because
Which is super funny.
it is very funny.
It's just like, look, while we got him under contract, let's use him a bit.
Yeah.
Because there's this thing that they call lived experience is the buzz term that they love, right? We love associating with people that have lived experience.
You know what that used to be called? He did it.
Lived experience, which is just another term for like, I guess, ex-con these days.
Ex-con.
Ex-con.
Oh, is that like specifically for criminal stuff? It's
Oh.
like he's got lived experience with the criminal underworld.
That's what they call it. Yeah, lived
Yeah.
experience. I mean, I'm sure it could apply to many other areas, but that's generally the way I've heard it is just talking to people who have done prison time.
Now, that's why Tom's so good at making dicks hard. He's got lived experience.
So wait, in prison or just in life?
Flaccid cock experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Your dick has gotten hard. That's as deep as my thoughts were.
Okay. There we go.
You have a cock. I assume at some point it's gotten an erection. Maybe after, your dad said something nice.
God, imagine.
It'll never go back down. They'll have to drain it.
After 4 hours, call a physician.
Oh, that was so cute that your dad sent a photo of a guy in a tracksuit to you, being like, send this to Dan.
Yeah.
Like, you got my number, Nick. Just fucking hit me up, brother.
Yeah, you talk to him more than to me.
So I did the corporate, and apparently I was in the mix with about like 5 or 6 other guys that they wanted to host this awards ceremony.
Were they all ex-cons?
No, I was the only one that was.
Sorry, did they have lived experience? I think is what you
My bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, they did not have lived experience. I think I was the only one.
So who else were they tossing up?
I don't. Should I say their names?
Were they like comedians or famous people?
Yeah.
We can edit it out.
Well,
Do you think it sounds lame to say who you're up against?
well, I think the guy who had done it the last 5 years, the same event, was Andrew Daddo.
Oh, we've talked about
mentioned
Dado
this.
on the podcast before, haven't we?
Yeah, I thought we talked about your competition with the Daddos, which does like not completely sound like not a Middle Eastern crime family.
The Dados.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Hammer's gone for the Daddos turf. he's only like a boutique dealer, like he doesn't really have an organization, but the Daddos are losing territory to him.
Wouldn't that be a crazy story in the Daily Telegraph? The Humsies and the Alamedes and now the Daddos at war.
Yeah, man, the Alamedene's now on Smooth FM. What happened? Oh, they were trying to keep a low profile.
So
Next up, we have Macy Gray. You're listening to Smooth, but don't listen. Don't fucking listen.
It's all the secret sound.
We've got a great prize. You got to pay for it, but
we've got a Glock for the third caller in.
and now Annie Lennox.
So anyway, I did the thing, and I did run a couple of joke ideas.
So walk us through the start, because we got the first message straight after your first set.
Because we can kind of do like a timeline thing of
that's what
this,
I'm
which is
thinking.
fun.
It started at 11 a.m.
And what was the awards for?
180 people at the Ivy for the Justice Health awards ceremony, right? Which
Justice Health.
Justice Health is the health care organisation within that works with justice system within New South Wales.
Which is prisons,
juvenile detention centres. I'm sure a bunch of other places that I like mental health places possibly.
Yeah.
But just it's the public service.
Got it.
As opposed to the health system in private prisons, which is, from my experience at Parklea, was St. Vincent's, and they sucked donkey cock, in my opinion. But
Spoiler.
but Justice Health did actually help me in Long Bay in a way that I did not get that experience in Parklea.
Okay.
For your asthma, was this the
For asthma and also my glasses, because like it was a problem.
my asthma and my glasses. You fucking dork.
Well, there's a lot of nerds with health problems in prison. What do you want to tell you?
That'd be so funny. You go to a prison doctor, he's like, my glasses, the prescription's bad, and I've got asthma. And he's like, nerd, and he shivs you.
I try to make them laugh in my request form to get my glasses by saying, as you can appreciate, squinting at people in a maximum security prison wing can be problematic.
And also, pretty racist.
Like, I don't want to be misconstrued as being like giving people the evil eye.
Or a triad. I was talking to the guy.
That's me squinting because I'm short-sighted. So anyway,
Josh, just for when I listen back to this, that was
I'm allowed to
54 minutes
squint.
in.
I insist. I am able to squint on this Flog cabin.
Pod cabin.
Pod cabin. So anyway,
Flabbin.
day one at Long Bay, I got my glasses and ventilator inhaler after 2 months of asking for it every day at Parkley. But anyway, so
Did you mention that at the awards night?
I did. But, this was in the part where I was basically bombing. I did 7 minutes.
Spoiler alert. Come on, let's set the scene. You're going up at the Ivy. You were wearing a t-shirt.
I'm wearing a suit.
You're wearing a suit?
I'm suited up.
I thought the... Oh,
No, that wasn't what I said.
Ah.
So I was suited up. I'm up there, hosting the awards, said hello. I did about 7 or 8 minutes to just kick off. And, I was doing my usual gear mainly. I talked about the Raptor Squad raiding my house. I was talking about, that I spent time in prison. I talked about my tiny cock. And, it was 11 a.m. No one was there's no alcohol. It's just people sitting there with waters and there's sunshine pouring in.
Was the expectation that you would do stand up to start, or was it just like?
It was like just be yourself, tell some, explain a bit of your story, and just tell some funny anecdotes.
Okay.
So that story of me getting raided is a funny anecdote. Mm-hmm. And I asked them,
To some.
and I said, can I mention?
Is it?
And I said, can I mention the word cock on stage? And this is on a weekend. I called them to check whether I could say cock.
Can I mention the word cock?
Yeah.
Can I say cock? Can I mention the word cock? Hey, just for anyone in attendance, I want you to know that cock is a synonym for the word dick. Anyway, back to the jokes.
No, I explained the
Just
joke.
wanted to mention it.
Just want to mention it. Just want to bring it up.
I explained the joke, and then they said, look, the reality is there are there's people in the room, perhaps some of the more senior people that may not find it funny, but a lot of the frontline workers, the nurses and stuff that are around this kind of stuff all the time, they'll find it relatable, they'll find it funny. So yes, I think for the greater good, just do what you want.
For the greater good.
Greater good.
From a utilitarian standpoint.
Yeah.
Greater good. So I did this stuff, and there was laughter, but it was like there was some real laughter from brave souls. There was some nervous laughter.
Those brave souls, those brave men and women putting their life on the line, laughing at cock.
Their sense of humor went over the top.
Then there was some nervous laughter, and then there was some people who just absolutely weren't into it at all.
I love that you're just describing the response to all jokes. What a unique set of circumstances.
Well, wait, there were people who didn't like it?
So
Crazy.
Well, then I got immediately roasted by the CEO. So the first person I had to bring up was the CEO, and she got up and she looked at everyone and she goes, well, that was always going to be a risk.
And you're like, speaking of risks, hiring a female CEO, am I right?
I hope you're paying her 30% less. And, so then another guy got up to do this. They had this bit where they were pitching ideas. It was kind of like Shark Tank for public service. And
So they're pitching it in earnest, that they're actually, this would be a good idea, or is it sort of a sketchy
three groups had been selected to pitch at the event to like everyone and the CEO, and like everyone voted, and they were going to get some funding for their idea.
All right.
And so one of the guys was pitching, and during his pitch, he said the word fuck it. And then he was like, oh shit, sorry, I swore. Oh geez, I'm doing worse than Andrew. And
Did that kill?
And yeah, it's great.
Imagine doing worse than Andrew.
But he was wearing like I guess a jumper and like a polo shirt and then some sneakers.
Yes.
So when I got up, I said to him, I said, thanks for swearing and making me look marginally better, and nice to say you dressed up for today, mate. Not a special occasion or anything.
Roasted.
And that got some laughs, and so I was
Nice.
like, here we go.
Oh, this is, I misunderstood as you, Dan. The text from Andrew was, one guy roasted me wearing sneakers and t-shirt on awards day, so I got him straight back. I thought he roasted you for wearing a t-shirt and sneakers. No,
there we go.
He was wearing a t-shirt and
Okay,
sneakers.
look, it was in the heat of the moment. I was saying a quick text. No, I was wearing a suit.
And that went well? You got him
That
back?
went well. But then there was a lunchtime break, and after the break, I did some. I was like, "What is my cleanest gear?" So I went through and just did about 7 minutes of that, and then all killed, and then I had him back. So then I said, "Well, you guys feel pretty warmed up," and then everyone claps, and I was like, "Thank God, we're out of the woods." And then I finished the show. I finished the award ceremony with a sincere part about my experiences with I guess being behind bars and the fact that they can make a big difference by just treating inmates with some humanity and that really got them in the heartstrings, I think.
So you had a really poor experience in front of the justice system that ended up turning out really great for you. There's no precedent for this. Who could have seen this coming? No. Well, I think both Dad and I were quite disappointed that it worked out.
Yeah,
I mean,
I knew you guys were loving it when I was telling you how poorly I was doing at the start.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite part of the exchange was Hamo texting saying, "All right, I saved it." Tom saying, "Damn," and me saying, "Yeah, sorry to hear it."
Really disappointing.
But a lot of people did come up and say they really enjoyed the opening part when I was saying the edgy jokes because they were liking seeing the shocked faces of some of the people around them. And I was like, but I mean, that's great, but you weren't laughing yourself, or if you were, you were muffled.
You were muffled.
Muffled.
You want a nice clear laugh. A booming.
180 people. I needed at least 30 of them laughing loud just to endorse me.
180 people. In my mind, it was not that big. That's huge.
Yeah, it was big.
Yeah.
Also, just another text highlight from Hamo said, "I'm hosting an award ceremony. I'm up and down." And it's like, well, yeah, that's how MCing works, you fucking moron. You're up and then you're down. Then you're up again.
Yeah. A lot of up and downness, and
You just thought you'd list out all the winners one after the next?
Well, I didn't even have to do that. I'd bring up the person who presented the awards.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
What kind of awards do you win? What's the...
Yeah, there was good ones.
Best,
There was some good
best
ones.
snitch stitcher.
Yeah.
No, there was ones.
Johnny Tight-Lips Award for keeping your mouth shut.
They had best ones in the medical team, doctor, best nurses. They had ones for something or other.
Man, you seem to be really paying close attention to this award ceremony.
People that were really, I was looking ahead at where I could add in something, a little anecdote and and timekeeping and everything. So there was a lot of jobs. I didn't have to listen to who was winning what awards. It was a journey.
It was a journey.
But, we'll see if they invite me back for next year because I did have a good time.
Or the Daddo's going to get retribution.
Yeah. Hamo wakes up tomorrow with a horse's head in his bed. The Daddos send their regards.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, mate, I'm taking this to Cameron.
I don't know anything about the Daddo's.
He's the main
being
one.
on TV back in the 90s?
Late 90s?
Yeah, we've done this on the podcast already, haven't we? Or did we do this in live?
I think Daddos are like the Aldi Hemsworths.
Oh, okay.
I think that's still too much.
Still too much? Oh, okay.
Well, you think too good for Aldi?
Aldi's pretty good.
I mean...
Wait, so no, you're saying Aldi would be too good for them. Too good for the Daddos.
Yeah.
More
Well,
of a-
these days, I mean...
I'm saying at their height.
Oh, okay, at their heights, yeah.
Yeah.
What's step down from Aldi? What's worse? I mean, Franklin's once upon a time.
Buy low?
Bilo.
Reject shop?
Oh, yeah, reject shop. Reject shop.
Big W? Where you can buy Hamo's book?
Let's not smirch the good name of Big W.
But Hamo, I was going to say, I'm glad you got some awards ceremony practice because it holds us in good stead for the flogies.
Oh, the flogies.
Now you can guide us through.
Yeah, I might even suit up.
Might even sit up for the flogies. It's happening. Just for any floggers who are interested. I want to hype the flogies.
All right.
Announcement coming.
You want to tell them what it is, or you just leaving it
Announcement
at that?
coming.
Announcement coming.
Flogies are coming in 2024. Our
Okay.
first annual Flogie Awards to celebrate some of the floggiest acts of 2024.
Yeah.
And for any of our international audience that doesn't understand why it's called flogies instead of floggies, it's because our TV industry have an award ceremony called the Logies.
Correct. Old footnote Hamilton strikes again.
Hey. Australians only make up about 15% of my followers on social media, so I'm understanding that we need to translate this for our international audience. There's some guy...
All right, for your big Indian following, go on, let them know.
Yeah, what do they call the awards night in Nepal?
Oh, man, I won a Sherpie this year. A gold Sherpie? Oh, fuck. What's the name of the guy who went up with Hillary? The most famous Sherpa. Come on, do you guys, anyone?
No.
Tenzing. No. Oh, fuck.
Sure. It's fine. We get it.
Tenzing Yourgay?
Hillary had a Sherpa?
Yeah, Sir Edmund Hillary.
Oh, not Clinton.
Not Clinton.
Oh.
Are you guys like on this at all?
No.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm aware there was a Sherpa.
Tenzing Yourgay. I was fucking right.
Tenzing Yourgay.
Tenzing Yourgay. That's actually what I call Tom behind his back.
Just has gay in the name. That's all it needed.
I've been telling him Tenzing Yourgay. Embarrassing.
Fuck. This is the kind of high-level humor you can expect at the Flogies this year. It's going to be huge.
Absolutely. Announcement coming soon. Tickets on sale soon.
If you want to see Hamo bomb for 7 minutes, then pull it out of his ass again, that's the place to do it.
Should we give one of the flogies to the daddos?
Oh, yeah. We should have a Daddo's Award for the, I don't know, the little of Australians.
Like showbiz, Australian showbiz family.
Australian Showbiz Family is great.
Yeah.
Well, we really should name it after the Wahlbergs, though, surely.
Yeah, but then
They're not Australian.
I mean, they're not. Yeah, they're
No,
not
I know,
Australian.
but they're the Showbiz family of this podcast, I feel.
I
That's
mean,
true.
who is other notable showbiz families? I guess you've
There are a
got
lot of them. The Baldwins.
the Irwins, and you've got
Irwins.
the Johns brothers.
Yes. They are a football/entertainment family.
Once Upon a Time, the Newtons.
Yes.
But then
Yes.
not so much.
Not so much anymore.
That's
Is anyone else?
There's got to be more, surely.
Any
There's-
hot sisters?
The Stefanovics. There's two.
Oh, yep.
Are there?
Two
The
Stefanovics.
Palias.
The Palias.
The
yeah.
Palias.
Anthony and Jonathan LaPaglia.
Correct. Host of The Amazing Race.
And
Survivor.
Survivor.
Bo Ryan is the host of The Amazing Race.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch. Tom, you do.
Yeah.
You
I thought it was something else.
The Amazing Race?
Oh, is that not what you were doing? I think it's it. Surely it's just gonna be whites again, right?
No, I was just because I remember I found out at my birthday that you like Survivor. And I
I do like
baffling.
Survivor
Yeah.
and racism, apparently.
I would love to go on Survivor.
You'd love to go on Survivor.
Or
No, you want to go on?
Outwit,
SAS,
outlast, outeat.
Yeah, but I would happily go on Survivor or SAS. They're the two that I really
Cover.
I'd love to see you on Survivor. I'd be up for that. That'd be good. As long as it says, you know, where it has your title, it just says Andrew Hamilton, 37 flog.
That'd be nice.
Flog or ex-con instead of like comedian.
Yeah.
Lived experience.
Lived
Lived
experience.
experience.
Lived experience guy. Yeah.
Awards host,
Not Dado.
not Dado.
Is Survivor, did they do a thing recently where it was like brains versus brawn?
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
Or was
stuff
that
like that.
something
Years ago.
else? That was a few years ago. Where does Hamo go?
In Brains
I feel
versus
like
Brawn.
he's switching
He
sides.
changes tribes every 3 days.
Just mid conversation, he steps across to brains to like nail some obscure word, and then he goes back to brawn, where he's like, "Rawr."
At any point, one of the contestants can ask him to spell a word. if he gets it right, Brains.
If he gets it wrong, brawn.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to go back and forth. I like it. Good
Yeah.
concept.
And they find out he's been growing mushrooms in the jungle. He never learns.
Like Hamo like kills some guy. And he's like, I thought it was like Lord of the Flies. Have I misunderstood this? I've got the conch. Just keeps calling someone piggy.
Doesn't count if it's off camera.
Only on camera murder counts. God, I want to win an immunity trophy.
Yeah. You can't take me to prison. I have the immunity idol. So that is not how this works, Andrew.
But I've also got the double jeopardy idol. Hamo, again, double jeopardy means you can be convicted for another crime.
Yeah, and Jeopardy's a different show. It's on a different network.
Double jeopardy to Alex Trebek's. What is? We should probably go. That's our time in the cabin.
Sure.
I mean, it was a slow start, but I feel like we gained ground.
Yeah, we had a
quickly.
little dip where we started talking about dog training. Thanks, Tom. But
we always dip after the ad. That is a real issue, I believe.
No, it's not a real issue. People are enjoying the ad.
No,
if we were funny right away, they'd be like, but I was too busy thinking about how Tom's gay.
Fortunately, we did call back to that later in the episode where we called me gay again and a racist. When you pitched the show to your friends, that really, I didn't appreciate that at all. When you were trying to tell them why they should listen to the podcast.
That wasn't pitching the show. That was my friend Zoe, who like loves it and is trying to get her boyfriend into it, who just is American and just not having it. She's like, it's kind of like Australian Cumtown. And he's like, no. And I'm like, this is the breakdown.
oh,
And
you
like-
wrote the breakdown.
Yeah, I wrote the
Oh,
breakdown.
for some reason, I thought it was your friend that wrote that, and it was funnier if it wasn't you.
Yeah, that would have been funnier and more hurtful.
Yeah,
I'm used
but
to it from you.
It was just good fun. We'll give the summary for the floggers, and then we'll get into the plugs. What is it?
I think you're going to need to post this in the group chat highlights, Andrew, whenever you get around to that, whenever you're ready.
Well, I mean, just the reason that it came up is because she messaged me being like, "Oh yeah, I was trying to teach my boyfriend about Australian slang." and like talking about Seppo, and like there was a video of me and Hofstadter doing Australian slang, and then we just started going through slurs, like because just like, does he know Dago? Does he know that one?
Oh, right,
you know, just like getting into it. And then the podcast came up, and it was just like, just like pitching it, and the fact that Tom, what are the characters? I got to find this thing. Sorry,
go screenshot. Go.
I got the screenshot, don't I? What am I doing? What am I doing? This is Josh. You're gonna have to edit around this, and I apologize.
You got it?
Oh, thanks. It's just like she was just saying that for him to get the podcast, we need to listen together so we can explain the characters, and it's just, so she can explain the characters too. And I'm like,
the characters.
Man, there's not much to it. It's just like very complex show. This is Hammer. He went to prison for dealing shrooms. This is Tom, who is a white supremacist, hates women, and is also a little bitch. And this is Dan, who talks a lot. His baby has a huge cock.
God, that was it's so unfair, the level of roasting across the three of us.
It is unfair, but it's also not inaccurate. So,
well, the thing, it was funny that you like didn't like it, because when I wrote that down, I was like, oh, Tom actually gets to have the most fun, because Tom's the only one on the podcast who is not him. You know?
That's not, can we clip that up, please, and put that out? I need that on the record.
Hey, Tom, you can clip it up for yourself, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I do the clipping, don't I? My bad. Sorry, I forgot my role as little bitch. My bad.
Hey, man, you clip it up. You could be a big bitch if you want. But yeah, I was like, that's actually more fun, you know?
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. As long as everyone knows that I don't actually kill women. I just talk about it a lot.
Hey, when you're pitching the pod to your friends, you can describe it any way you want.
This is Dan. His son has a huge cock. This is Hemo. He's the one who does all the heavy breathing.
They're both little bitches.
Yeah.
And I'm Tom. I'm really funny. And I've got great stories about my dog. And also my dog thinks I'm a little bitch. And a dog trainer pointed that out after I paid her $500.
And I didn't even get to piss on her.
All right, we're out of here.
The end. Just feels like the horizon in a cartoon, and it's like shrinking into one little circle as we go through all those facts. Anyway, stay flogged up.
Check the dodgems.
Bye.